Have you ever wondered if you could actually eat your way to a better night's sleep? Well, guess what? The science is totally in, and the answer is a huge yes. What you put on your plate can have a profound impact on how well you rest. And the results? Well, they can be surprisingly dramatic. Let me just start with a number for you. 48 minutes. What is that? Well, according to one study, that's the average amount of extra sleep people on a plant-based diet get every single night. That is incredible. That's the power of food right there. I mean, that one number alone just shows you how much food matters. And exploring that is what we're all about here. Welcome to Sleepedia, your corner of the internet dedicated to the science of sleep and circadian rhythms. Today, we're unlocking the nutritional secrets to getting some truly supreme sleep.
All right, so where do we even begin? I know it's really tempting to look for that one magic food that's going to solve all our sleep problems overnight, but the research is crystal clear. It's your overall diet pattern that truly lays the foundation. We have to start with the big picture.
And this contrast really says it all. On one hand, you have diets like the Mediterranean style, just packed with anti-inflammatory foods and fiber that help regulate your sleep hormones. But a diet high in ultra-processed foods, it does the exact opposite, throwing those delicate internal rhythms completely out of whack. It's like a wrench in the system.
And the difference that pattern makes is huge. Get this, one major study found that people who closely followed a Mediterranean diet had 56% lower odds of having short sleep duration. That's not just a small tweak, that is a massive shift in sleep health, a real game changer.
Okay, so we know the overall pattern is key. Now let's zoom in a little bit on the specific building blocks within that diet, the key nutrients that directly influence how well you sleep.
Think of your diet as your sleep fuel. For the best results, you really want to prioritize high-quality protein and lots of fiber to keep your blood sugar stable through the night. Healthy fats are also fantastic. But notice that little slice for refined carbs and saturated fats? Keeping those to a minimum is absolutely crucial, because studies link them directly to more nighttime awakenings.
Now, when we talk about protein, one amino acid is a true superstar for sleep: tryptophan. You can think of it as the raw ingredient your body uses to manufacture its own sleep aids. It gets converted into serotonin, which helps you relax and feel good, and then it gets converted into melatonin, which is basically the hormone that signals to your body that it's time for bed.
All right, so beyond the overall balance, there are a few specific foods that are so potent they pretty much act like nature's own little sleep aids. Let's look at some of the most effective ones.
First up, the kiwi fruit. And this isn't just a hunch, there's real research here. A study on athletes found that eating 2 kiwis an hour before bed improved their total sleep time by nearly a full hour, and it reduced how often they woke up. I mean, that's an incredible return for such a simple, delicious snack.
Next up, tart cherries. Now, unlike foods with tryptophan that help your body make melatonin, tart cherries actually contain it. They're a natural source. And studies show that regularly consuming tart cherries, either the fruit or the juice, can add about 30 extra minutes of sleep per night.
And if you're looking for a convenient and powerful snack, look no further than almonds and pistachios. They are one of the highest plant-based sources of melatonin you can find. Plus, they're loaded with magnesium, a mineral that plays a key role in both physical and mental relaxation. It's a real 1-2 punch for sleep.
But hold on, it's not just what you eat. It turns out that when you eat can be just as important. There's this really cool emerging field called chrononutrition, and it's all about aligning your eating schedule with your body's internal clock. So what does that actually look like? Well, here's the ideal evening schedule. Aim to finish your last large meal about 2 to 3 hours before bed. This gives your body plenty of time to digest. Now, if you get hungry later, a small light snack like half a banana or a spoonful of nut butter is perfectly fine. No stress.
And of course, just as important is knowing what to avoid in the evening. That afternoon coffee? Yeah, it can disrupt your sleep a full 8 hours later. Alcohol might make you feel sleepy at first, but it totally fragments your sleep in the second half of the night. And large, spicy, or sugary meals, they force your digestive system to work overtime right when your body should be powering down.
Okay, I know that was a lot of information.
So let's bring it all together into a simple, actionable checklist you can start using tonight.
Here it is, your 4-step plan. First, adopt a plant-rich diet as your foundation. Second, time it right by finishing your last big meal 2 to 3 hours before bed. Third, if you need one, add in a small sleep-friendly snack, like a kiwi or some almonds. And finally, number 4, actively avoid those evening sleep wreckers like late-night caffeine or heavy meals.
We know that food can fundamentally change the way you sleep. The evidence is clear. The science backs it up. So the only question left is, for you, what's the one small change you'll make to your plate tonight to start building better sleep?